Hey everybody, this is Jeff from Suns and Shadows podcast and 0 Point Reviews. I got a brand new unboxing video for you. This is a brand new release that's not quite out yet, but it is coming soon from Kino Lorber. I ordered direct from them, so you tend to get these releases a bit early when you do pre-orders. I know they have their sale going on right now. Absolutely check out their website. They have some great deals going on. So please head over to kinolorber.com. If you like your horror, sci-fi, basically any genre, they probably have something you are interested in. They have some great westerns. They have great film noir box sets that I keep grabbing, and they're at really terrific prices. Now, not everything is on sale, so you have to go through the pages of what is available as a sale item, but they also do have some great titles to look out for. They got the Kolchak the Night Stalker, the TV show, on there for a phenomenal price. And they have some of the Night Gallery on there. So there's classic TV shows. There's just a all around good amount of titles to check out. And feel free to look around. You might find something you never heard about that is pretty interesting. And it's always a fun time to do a Kino Lorber sale. I'm not paid by them. I'm not a shill. I'm super happy to get their releases, sometimes early, sometimes not. But I like to partake, and I think everybody should be more aware of Kino Lorber. They're a pretty solid label, and I'm pretty happy with a lot of their releases. And this one is no different. This is one of my favorite Stephen King books. It's Needful Things. And I got the 4K and the Blu-ray, and the special note about this is the Blu-ray is specifically the television cut that was on TBS and TNT years and years ago. Now, I'm going to do a little unboxing, and I'm going to talk about the movies, a little bit about the transfers. If you want specs, if you want to know bit rates, things like that, there are plenty of other videos and places to figure that out at. I'm just here to kind of give you an initial look at this and give you a few of my thoughts. And I'm not cutting this, so this is what you get with me. But, this is a really nice slip cover. I got this, and Kino Lorber does ship in boxes, so fret not. You do not get bubble mailers with individual releases, because this is all I had pre-ordered. And it's got a pretty standard slip cover, and I love this particular artwork. And this is what I remember from like the dust cover from my Stephen King first edition I have, which is, I believe, at my father's house, still in storage after we moved to Arizona. Still need to go back and pick up a few of my books from there. But like, I love this particular artwork, and this is a very solid slipcover. And I'll zoom in. Hopefully that helps. And I'm framing okay. I'm using my cell phone for this video. If you feel like this video should be more like our 0 Point reviews from different point of view with a better solid angle and I can see what's happening, please let me know, comments below. I'm always looking to improve what we're doing here. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this out. I've already opened it because I wanted to check out the overall release and do a little watch along of the movies and the different cuts. And then you got the standard case. And now, special note, I'm going to do this for you. This is the standard cover art. There is no reversible. So what you get on the slipcover is the alternate artwork. So the other side is basically blank. That's unfortunate, but with Kino Lorber, it's actually kind of rare that they do the reversible cover art. I would like it if they did, but it is by no means a requirement. I just think it'd be pretty nice for them to do that if they could. But I totally get it. Now, this movie stars Ed Harris, Max von Sydow, who's great as Leland Gaunt. He's like basically, to put it roughly, he's basically like a devil sort of character. He comes to town, he gets a store, he sells items at this particular store for everybody who shops there. It's basically an item they've needed / wanted, that they pine for, they've lost, they've forgotten, they're missing, whatever. Basically gets his fingers into the whole town, and just, it's complete chaos. And I know a lot of people feel like the movie doesn't really capture the magic of the book, and that is true. The television cut, however, does capture a bit more. There's a lot more going on. It's 191 minutes long. It was basically turned into like a mini-series event when that happened. And the movie initially is basically 2 hours, but you're basically getting an additional 70 minutes of extra footage, which really fleshes out some characters and some other subplots. It's a more enjoyable experience. The theatrical cut is, I enjoyed it. It is not terrific. However, it's still, I find it to still be a very fun and engaging film. It's not so much a horror movie. I wish they would have played more into that. But a lot of Stephen King adaptations around this time were very hit or miss. Like, I'm not going to go down that wheel. Well, we're really here to talk about Needful Things. But, like, there's definitely a discrepancy between a lot of the movies made at this time and how close they adhered to the book, how much they didn't. You know, they went more for one side of a genre than another. You know, you got Tommyknockers, It, whatever. It, fantastic with Tim Curry. You know, people feel like that. That is probably the best It. I would tend to agree with that, but back to Needful Things here. The TV cut, I just want to give you an idea about the picture quality. It's actually really good. If you have like the old VHS copy, or like you got it off TV, or you've got copies from online somewhere, whatever, you know, this is probably the best way you will ever see this movie. Now, there are some white specks going on. There's a little bit of like, you know, typical print sort of whatever they could make work. I didn't really see anything tragically bad with the picture quality, but you will see white specks here and there, maybe just a little, you know, flaking going on. But this is in 4:3, so when you're watching the TV cut off the Blu-ray, it's going to be the rectangle. It's not widescreen. Don't get mad at Kino Lorber. This was basically a made-for-TV miniseries when they did the TV cut. So what you're seeing is basically what they had to work with and how they made it work. In hindsight, they probably would have, if they could have, done it in 16:9, you know, widescreen format, but that's just not the usable elements. They did not do that for television. It was intended for theatrical. And speaking of theatrical, the 4K Blu-ray disc. I like Kino Lorber. I do feel like this is a pretty mid sort of 4K transfer. At times it looks good. At other times it looks rough. There's times I feel like I would almost rather just watch the television cut on the Blu-ray. There's definitely some work put in on the 4K transfer, but it doesn't feel like it should be at the level it should be. It still gives you a film-like presentation. It's just, I really don't feel it's as clear and as sharp as it really should be. I don't know who did the transfer on this. This might have been MGM because that's who the license is from, and it basically flashes up the MGM logo on the screen for the theatrical version. So I kind of have my thoughts about MGM probably did this transfer, and it's okay. But what you're really getting this set for is that television cut, because that is the better story, and overall I think it's the better presentation for the sale of this disc. If you want any other extras, the only other thing that's on here is there's an audio commentary on the 4K track, and then there's an interview and a theatrical trailer on the Blu-ray, and then there's the TV cut. So basically that's what you're getting with this whole package. I'm not disappointed at all in the overall release. The packaging is excellent. I very much like it. Wish there was a flippable cover art for the actual case. That's okay. That's not required. The picture quality, I'm gonna say for the TV cut, really good. I'm very pleased. Most people will be very pleased. It's when you get to the 4K of the theatrical cut. That theatrical cut is a bit, like I said, it's a bit mid. It's okay. It's not fantastic. I know this is an older movie. However, I've seen older movies, aka Jaws, And I'm not saying you need to do like a brand new restoration where you go through every little scene and you just meticulously fix everything. No, but if you're using Jaws as the reference point, this should look better just on a decently efforted scan of the film elements. So that's what you're basically going to get. I do think it's still worth getting. I would actually probably recommend you find this on sale. If you're worried about a slipcover, get it now. You're not going to regret it, but it's my point. I would hold off and wait for a drop in the sale price. This is a fun release. I wish there was more for like special features though, but that's just kind of my assessment on Needful Things. I hope you all check it out. I hope you like this video. If you like my brief little video on this, please hit the like button, comment below. If you have any fun thoughts about this movie, like I said, I really like this movie. I had a lot of fun with it. It's basically my favorite Stephen King book outside of the first 3 Dark Tower books. So just a little point of reference for like my Stephen King love. I don't love all of his books, but like I do have, we don't have to get into a Stephen King video now. That's okay. I don't want to bore you. I don't want to, but thank you for tuning in. Again, hit that like button, comment below. Love to hear some thoughts, and hey, hit the subscribe button. We have some wonderful videos on our channel. We like to talk about some cult classic films. We also have some podcast episodes we're uploading in the meantime. We have some other unboxing videos. Sometimes we do collections. We're looking at doing some more content for our channel. But hey, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you checking us out. And we'll see you next time. Make sure you check us out on all of our social media platforms. We got Facebook, Twitter. We are at SunsAndShadows. We're also on Instagram at SunsAndShadowsCast. We are at SunsAndShadows.com. Thank you again, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.